Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Quarantined Theatre Company's second new play series, Pulling the Strings. My name is Hahn, and I am the artistic director of Quarantined Theatre Company. I am so grateful that you could join us this evening in creating and sharing art despite of social distancing. I'd like to issue a special thanks to our donors who have made this project possible. Because of you, we are able to afford the software and materials necessary to bring live-streamed new work to artists and listeners and audiences all over the country. If you feel compelled to donate money this evening, we are working towards the ability to compensate and pay our artists. Feel free to donate what you can using Ko-fi, which you can find linked in the description box below. Donors of over $20 will receive exclusive access to a Q&A coming up this Sunday where myself and several other of the artists involved in our last series will be talking about what the process was of creating live-streamed theater. In addition to supporting us, 50% of your donations tonight will go toward Artists Relief. Artist Relief provides ongoing support to artists during COVID-19 through grants and other resources. And you can find the link to their website and info about them also below in the description box. Tonight, we explore power, control, and choice in 3 new plays. First, we have Rabbit, Rabbit, June by Grace Kane. Second will be Fake News by Geoffrey Baskir, and the third will be Off to the Races by Ian Downs. Our first reading, Rabbit, Rabbit, June by Grace Kane, was directed by Ellie Handel with dramaturgy by Isobel Springer. The cast includes Brooke Tyler Benson and John Covaleskie. You can find more info about this artistic team and each of their individual talents and experiences in the virtual program, which is linked in the description box below. With the current crisis, people all over the world are feeling helpless and out of control. This evening's plays explore human agency and decency in a unique, honest, and thoughtful way. I hope that you can be as inspired as I was by these plays and be compelled to utilize your own agency while still maintaining empathy. And without further ado, please lean forward and engage with Grace Kane's Rabbit, Rabbit, June. Hi everyone, it's me again, and I am very excited to introduce our next reading. Fake News by Geoffrey Baskir was directed by Brandon Rashad Butts with dramaturgy by Davinia Shorter. The cast includes the talented John Millsap, Karen Lang, Dylan Renfrow, Catherine Gilbert, and Allie Ibach. You can find more info about each of them and their work in the program, which, as I mentioned before, is in the description box below. So please, lean forward and enjoy Geoffrey Baskir's Fake News.
Fake News by Geoffrey Baskir. Lights up on kitchen table. Seymour sits at the table reading his iPhone, coffee mug in hand. Jane wanders in, also with a coffee mug and an iPhone.
Morning.
And
Wait. You've been poisoning me with sriracha sauce.
say again?
Sriracha sauce. You've been putting it in my coffee, trying to poison me. Wasn't much at the start, mind you, but you've been upping the amount little by little. You've been doing it since last week, hoping I wouldn't notice.
Now, hold on a minute. Do I look like somebody who would put sriracha sauce in somebody's coffee in order to poison them?
I have no idea. All sorts of people who look innocent and predictable on the outside have been known to hide secret lives on the inside. How can I be sure you're not one of those?
We've lived together all these years, and I haven't tried to kill you once.
You say that now, but there's no reason why you couldn't suddenly turn on me one morning. Maybe this is that morning.
No, why would I do that?
No idea, but look, it's right there on your Reddit.
I don't believe that. It's outlandish. Well, I ought to sue them. I mean, who would write such a thing?
Lights down on kitchen table. Lights up on a cafe. Tomas and Victor drinking coffee and looking at their laptops.
Oh, he shoots, he scores.
All you had to do is write something.
Yeah, that's all I did. Write something, anything. That's all we have to do.
And they'll pay us?
Easy money. A guy I know says he has a lot of friends doing it.
A lot of whose friends?
Remember Bogdan? He's been out of work since high school days. Suddenly, he's a big shot. He's got money, nice shirts, a nice car.
Yeah, poor boy from Ghost of Our makes good.
Yeah, and he doesn't leave his flat all week except to go to the cinema or to go get pizza.
He always told me he was a DJ down at the lounge bar.
You think anyone in this town has the wherewithal to pay him that kind of money? Not even the drug dealers have money like that. I tell you, this is genius. You make something up, send it to Reddit, they post it, and suddenly there are a few extra Bitcoin in your bank account.
A few?
Oh, more than a few. They pay well for anything that goes viral. Do that once or twice a week, and you can become rich in no time.
It's that simple?
Sure, you write it, I tweet about it, Breitbart picks it up, and suddenly it's news. Bonus points if you can turn it into a top 25 list, then BuzzFeed will want it.
I thought BuzzFeed was only interested in recipes.
Oh, life hacks are such piffle. If you want the big money, you've got to write clickbait about bizarre sex slave human trafficking at pizza joints.
So Bogdan figured all that out? He's such a noob.
Sometimes a noob stumbles onto something good. You know, like a pig finding a truffle. Gotta give him points for that. He figured out how to make good money.
And now we've figured it out. I'm getting an inspiration.
Lights out at the cafe table. Lights up on kitchen table. Seymour reading his iPhone. Jane storms in, iPhone in hand.
The dog is spying on me, and I think you put him up to it.
The dog is spying on you.
Yeah, well, don't play innocent with me, Buster. I know all about his hidden collar cam, and he's been spying on me.
Collar cam?
Yeah, they exist. I know that much. There's a whole crowdfunding site on Indiegogo. They're already 300% oversubscribed. And I wouldn't be surprised if you were an early adopter and bought one of those things behind my back.
Don't be silly.
What? You think this is silly? See, right here, trending on Facebook, you've got the dog spying on me.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, you think that photo is ridiculous?
Well, I do love the distinctly grainy quality of the picture. I can't tell if that's a dog or a sheep.
It's a dog, and that's a collar around his neck with a genuine collar cam attached to it.
If you say so. I think that's just a plain old dog tag shaped like a bone.
Well, doubt it all you want, but I'm still going to examine his collar. And if I find a camera on there, you have got a lot of explaining to do. As it is, I'm putting him out of the bedroom while I get dressed.
I'm sure he'll be disappointed.
Lights down on kitchen table. Lights up on the cafe and Tomas and Victor looking at their laptops.
Oh, you did it, Tomas.
5,000 hits? Is that good for the first time?
Better than good. You get the president of the United States to retweet that, and it will be 10 times as many.
That's something to aspire to.
Did you see anything in your Gmail?
A payment notification. I just got sent 5 Bitcoins.
Isn't that like 7,000 euros? That's like half a year's salary, even for a worker at a fancy office in Skopje.
And I wrote that article in less than half an hour.
God, I remember when I was a musician and writing songs, I never saw that much money.
Yeah, that was terrible. Having to live under the same roof with my mother and father because I couldn't afford a place of my own. Okay, this is so much better. Now I can afford to live in my own place and buy a good meal once in a while with a nice bottle of wine.
Speaking of that, I think our good fortune calls for another bottle of wine.
Can we make it schnapps?
Anything to fire up the imagination, my friend.
Lights down on the cafe. Lights up on the kitchen table. Jane and Seymour sit at the table reading their iPhones, coffee mugs in hand, not looking at each other.
So I see you've taken up online gambling, have you?
Online gambling? Don't be absurd.
Well, you say that to my face, but I've got the evidence right here on Snapchat.
That's ridiculous. An article, some absurd article says that I've been taking up online gambling, and you believe it?
Well, everything on the internet is true, isn't it?
Wait a second. How do I know this gambling thing isn't just a false flag?
False what?
False flag? You know, like on that InfoWars website? A story planted to create a narrative that obscures a very different narrative. A post-truth intended to distract from a very different truth. You planted that story on Snapchat just to cover up your online shopping. I should have seen it a mile away.
Dare you accuse me, Seymour? I haven't been shopping.
Facts are facts. And the fact is that a cover story has been planted in this household that makes me look like a bad guy who's been gambling away our life savings when I know for a fact that I haven't done anything of the sort. Which can only mean that you wanted it to appear that way because you've been shopping online and didn't want me to know. Fact.
You and your alternative facts. This is way too much for me, Seymour. I'm going to work.
Sure, retreat to your bubble. I know my reality.
Lights down on kitchen table. Lights up on the cafe and Tomas and Victor.
Yes, yes, yes. Keep those retweets coming.
How many so far?
Oh, close to 10,000. We've made hot news, my friend.
And we made it up out of thin air.
Good thing the people reading this aren't very particular. They're just blind consumers of the news. And if any of them tries to fact check it on Snopes, we just cast doubt on the truthfulness of Snopes. I mean, isn't it time someone fact-checked the fact-checkers?
You're right. They claim to be so high and mighty, like they're the diviners of the truth, but like, who says they're completely honest?
That is probably true. You never know who's paying them to cast doubts on the stories we send to 4chan.
Yeah. How dare they cast aspersions on our asparagus?
They can throw shade at us all they want, but we're still getting paid. That's all that counts in this world. It's a free market economy. Your value is what the market says you're worth. And I think our truths must be worth plenty, given what we're getting paid for them. Let those truth diviners come after us. I don't see them getting paid to pursue the truth. In the meantime, I feel a hot story coming on.
Lights down on the cafe. Lights up on kitchen table.
So now you're running red lights.
My driving record's impeccable.
Are you telling me that's not your car?
Why? Just because it's a white Toyota?
Well, you've got a white Toyota.
So I do. So do a lot of people.
So that's not you.
Well, that's a nice blurry image. Can't even tell if that's a picture of a Toyota or an old Pontiac. Aren't images taken by those red light cameras supposed to be clear enough to be able to read the license plate?
Well, I wouldn't know. I've never been caught. Anyway, if this raises our insurance rates, I'm going to be pissed.
Yes, Miss Double Parked.
Hey, that was a really good sale. It was too good to pass up, and it's not my fault if they don't have a lot nearby the store.
Lights down on kitchen table. Lights up on the cafe and Tomas and Victor, glasses of cafe au lait in their hands.
You know, Tomas, it's just absolutely amazing the kind of images you can find on Wikimedia Commons. That should be good for another couple of Bitcoins for each of us.
Hey, I could get used to the easy life. Why didn't we think of this earlier?
Well, we have Bogdan to thank for our good fortune. Another cafe au lait, my friend?
You don't ever feel guilty, do you?
Guilty about what?
The unintended consequences?
Hey, we're doing the world a service by alerting them to things they might never have believed if we hadn't told them about it.
Yeah, but what if somebody reads one of these stories and does something really stupid and, I don't know, accidentally kills themselves or someone they know? Or
It's not my concern if people interpret our news stories. Besides, it won't happen. I read a meme about it on Instagram. Nothing bad like that ever happened to anyone because of news stories.
Well, what if they start believing truly unbelievable stuff, like the sun orbits around the Earth?
I always thought it did. Don't you know that everything they teach you in high school is a lie?
Yeah, as George Orwell once wrote, truth is lies, and lies are truth, and facts don't matter.
George Orwell said that?
I don't know. but it sounds like something he could have said.
Where did you find that quote?
I think it was Wikipedia.
Oh, you know you can't trust Wikipedia. It's all crowdsourced. That means it could be some 400-pound slob sitting on his bed in his mother's basement who wrote that.
You mean as opposed to two down-and-out guys sitting in a cafe?
True story. I once looked up the value of pi on Wikipedia. They had it to something like 1,000 digits.
Whoa.
But everything after the 39th digit was wrong.
But how could you tell?
I happened to buy a copy of the CRC handbook on chemistry and physics. Found it in a used bookshop when it went across the border to Belgrade.
Yeah, but how do you know that the CRC handbook isn't wrong?
I don't know. They could be wrong, you know. Something could have slipped through the proofreading process.
Yeah, wait a minute. Isn't this the 1968 edition?
So, does the value of pi change that much in 50 years?
Well, somebody told me that magnetic north changes a little bit every day. I wouldn't be surprised if the value of pi changes daily too.
You are a confounding skeptic, Tomas. I knew it was a mistake for you to study philosophy in school.
Hey, I like studying philosophy in school. I mean, what other subject can you take that has no right or wrong answer?
And allows you to build a rational construct that makes you feel good about being unemployed.
Well, that's neither here nor there. But we are left with a quandary. I mean, whose facts do we believe?
Maybe there's a fact-checking website that has the answer.
But aren't the fact-checking websites unreliable? You just said, and I quote, somebody needs to fact-check the fact-checkers.
Nobody is paying me enough for that to be my problem. We can just keep on inventing alternative facts for as long as the money's good, which it is. Ooh, that must be the dark web calling. I think we just got another payment. Time to write more of tomorrow's headlines today.
Lights out on the cafe. Lights up on kitchen table.
What about this photo of you and the teenage daughter of our neighbor? What explains that?
Lights down on the kitchen table. Lights up on the cafe and Tomas and Victor.
Tomas, my friend, we've done very well this time.
20,000 likes on Facebook alone.
Yeah, and all we had to do was send Google a little money to give us top billing on their search engine. That started the snowball.
Find that picture.
I looked in his Facebook feed and downloaded it.
This is just great. Two poor boys from Macedonia have just happened to strike it rich inventing news stories. Think it'll ever end?
I have no... Wait a second. My computer just locked up.
What?
Ooh.
Oh, now mine's locked. Wait, what's happening here? I can't get to my files. Why won't my keyboard respond?
Hold on, I'm getting a message. Hello, you are now under our control. We have locked your computer. Please be sending us a payment of 25,000 euros within 24 hours, or we will eliminate all of the contents of your hard drive. Any attempt to tamper with this computer will also delete the contents of your hard drive. Thank you in advance for your prompt payment.
But that's ransomware!
Well, at least they were polite enough to thank us in advance.
Well, I can't let that happen. I have everything on there. My software, my games, my address book. They're all on there. Every Bitcoin I have to my name is on that hard drive.
Now, that's not the only problem. I've got some naked selfies on my hard drive.
Not the ones of you and me. Oh, I thought I told you to delete those.
I was going to get around to that.
Yeah, was that before or after Milosevic got out of prison?
Look who's getting snarky all of a sudden.
You're not improving my mood.
We are in the merde, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, friend. Kind of figured as much. It looks like we contracted dark web cooties. What do you know about malware?
Not enough to uninstall it. Ugh. I think we're stuck.
And they want 25,000 euros?
Each. I think we made just enough over the past month to cover it.
Okay. I surrender. Since we aren't smart enough to get ourselves out of trouble by unhacking our own laptops, we'll have to pay to get rid of this evil software. If that's the way it works, but what an evil trick to play on us. What kind of underhanded criminal would do such a thing?
Lights out on the cafe. Lights up on kitchen table. Jane at her laptop.
Pwned.
End of play.
Hey folks, I'm back. It's time to introduce our third and final reading of the evening. Off to the Races by Ian Downs was directed by Rory Willits with dramaturgy by Megan Derner. The cast includes Alison Turkle, Scott Stofko, Manny Yangelmau, Jared Michael Swain, and Becca Glantz. This last reading does have some strong language and adult topics in it, so if you are not comfortable with that, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. If you have any curiosities or questions about this cast, crew, or any of the artistic teams this evening, I'm going to say this one more time. The virtual program that we have made is in the description box below, so I definitely encourage you to take a look. Otherwise, lean forward and enjoy Ian Downs' Off to the Races.
Off to the Races by Ian Downs. Setting: a gambler's room. Horse racing VIP booth, very bar-like in atmosphere. War is pacing angrily behind a table. Pestilence and Famine sit at the table, watching him with interest. An announcement plays over the speaker.
And as we're prepping for the next race, it's the last call for bets. Last call for bets for race number 13 for today. Roster today: Epidemic-y, Aries, Imperial Trot, Pale White, and Nom 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 Nom. Last call for bets for race 13 as these horses take their places.
Sit down, Grumpy.
They messed up my fucking ticket again.
Let me see.
I wanted 200,000 on Aries.
Oh yeah, that's, what is this?
It's bullshit is what it is. That absolute shit show running the booth is a mess. Won't even listen to me.
Can I see?
No, I'm taking him back, and I'm gonna speak to that asshat's manager.
War storms off in a huff.
Was it that bad?
It's only $20,000.
Oh, I'm surprised he can afford that much. Now, honestly, the amount he gambles away is just frankly disgusting.
You want to talk?
Oh, now you look here. I made my way up here. Now I made my money. No, it's just a couple of unfortunate setbacks.
Dude, I'm joking.
Now, just because you never made any significant bets.
What can I say? I bet small, I win big. It's a good system.
No! Fuck you! You've got the money? You wanna see the money?
Great start for the day.
Conquest enters, beelining for the table.
Hey guys, how's the pool?
Smaller than normal.
I heard Blitzkrieg going off again. What was it this time?
Well, apparently he's down to 20.
Whew, damn.
Right now.
Well, for the amount of money he gets from his job, you'd think he'd have something more to spend.
Have you met him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, where you been?
Jumping from job to job mostly. Haven't been able to keep anything down.
Even you.
What can I say? Culture's changed. But I have some money, so I'm here to take yours.
Well, in whose life?
Nice. Who are we betting on today, then?
Imperial Trot. I've heard good things.
And that's why he's listed 17-1.
I've got some tips.
Tips, sure. I got statistics.
Nom nom again.
It's still keeping in its best position, and if it ain't broke,
Don't
fix it.
No! Fuck you! Look at my account! Fucking look at it! Do I look broke?
Guess anger management isn't working too well.
Oh, that hothead actually calming down? You're joking.
well, he'll get his way as usual.
I don't understand why they just don't kick him out.
Well, he knows the owner.
So what? Doesn't give him the right to just shout at people like that.
Someone getting soft?
Hey, piss off!
Bullshit, man! Bullshit!
Hey, A-Bomb, how's it going?
Those fuckers won't give me any sort of forward bet, even though I've given them so much fucking money over the years.
I wonder why.
If it weren't for me, this place would have gone under so long ago.
You understand how that's a bad thing?
It doesn't matter, because I'm gonna win today.
Oh, are you now?
6-1. I'm feeling Aries today. That red hair is beautiful. And that horse ain't bad either.
Going after another young girl?
Of course not. You know, that's not his style. He'll just sit around fuming while I actually go talk to her.
Come on,
and then
dude.
The poor little cuck will go to the gym and pick up heavy things for 12 hours.
Shut up.
All the while imagining me as I dominate that redhead he's pining after.
Shut up! You fucker!
That both of you. I feel like every time we meet up, you two get into a dick measuring contest.
He started it.
Yeah, well, I'm sick of it. Every time, I swear.
Nah, I was just getting into the story of it all. Ooh, very juicy.
You're sick.
You noticed.
Have the energy for this. I'm going and getting fries.
Ooh, can you give me some too?
Do I look like I'm made of money?
Famine exits.
Shit. What's his problem?
Didn't you hear him? He's tired.
As if the rest of us aren't.
Honestly, I just want to win a good bet again. I missed having money.
You have money?
Not for much longer.
Crumbling empires, yada, yada, yada. The one with the most complaints about having the least.
I got used to having everything. Sue me. I just need to get something under my belt again. I've been ousted from the last 4 jobs for not being PC enough.
Yeah, that bullshit.
You know, part of the culture is changing with it.
I did the same damn job for more than 3,000 years, and now people go soft on me.
Yeah, I'd offer you a gig, but I've had a lot of my estate frozen over.
Yeah, that's because you decided to blow all your money on the fancy shit that you can't even use.
Oh, I'll use it someday.
And then where will we be? No races on a barren world.
Well, maybe not for you. I can still have work.
Oh, Mr. Killed by Clorox wants to discuss work.
Well, not everything's clean yet. People make mistakes. They get messy. Work is steady.
But you don't even do anything anymore.
Oh, that's not fair. I'm currently doing the most out of all of us.
One guy goes a bit batshit and you take all the credit.
Hey, don't judge me based on your own failures.
I didn't do anything.
Exactly. See, that's my point. People change. I change with them. Now you do the same shitty things over and over again, trying to chase some past high.
Damn you. You shouldn't even be here.
Whoa, hey, that's uncalled.
He's a fraud, no wealth to speak of, and then one lucky brat.
Now, just because your daddy left you a fortune doesn't mean we're all as lucky.
At least I wasn't raised by rats.
I wasn't raised by rats. I made my money with them. Now, I suggest that you cool down. You know what? Why don't we all practice a little bit of self-isolation?
Really? No one wants to spar?
Famine re-enters with fries.
Seriously, dude. Definitely not, dude. Seriously. Nobody wants to do that with you right now.
I am not picking fights. That's his job. I'm arguing.
Doesn't seem that way.
You're getting soft.
Getting? He's been soft.
Look, I'll be here until longer than any of you. So if you...
Death enters. He places a laptop in front of him, checking it idly while fixating on the windows to the race.
Oh, shit.
Not this prick again.
Hey, do you think he's gonna bet on pale white again?
He always does.
Hey! Fuckface!
Death ignores him.
Hey! I'm talking to you!
Dude, drop it. He can have you assassinated.
Yeah, I'd like to see him try.
Loaded. Probably one stroke on that keyboard and whoosh, you're gone.
I can't just disappear.
Even though we might dream.
If I had that kind of money.
Oh, I wouldn't be here, that's for sure.
So you wouldn't hang out with us anymore?
If I were able to drop $1 million on a worthless bet every week, yeah, you wouldn't see me anymore.
Aw, we love you too.
Gay! What? This is definitely homoerotic.
But why would you say it that way?
Come on. 2 lovers between the sheets, exchanging fluids. It's the perfect breeding ground for filth.
Great, now the slime ball's horny again.
Ugh.
Whoa, what? So you guys are allowed to talk about women, and I'm not allowed to talk about dudes?
Come on, dude, drop it.
All I'm saying is that they would make a great match.
Please, stop.
Oh, I'm not allowed to speak my mind?
No, you're not. Especially when it's me and him you're talking about.
I just like spreading the love.
Oh, we all know what kind of love you're spreading.
And we don't want any part in it.
You know, I thought that'd be right up your alley.
I don't do love.
Oh, well, what do you call it then, huh? Taking, plundering,
Listen
rape.
here, you little shit.
Hey, look, they're getting ready to start.
Ladies and gentlemen, race number 13 is about to begin. All the ponies lined up. We're just waiting on our starting shot.
Oh, here we go.
All right then.
And they're off! Look at them go! Imperial Trot taking an early lead, followed by Nom 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 Nom, Epidemic-y, Aries, and Pale White in the rear.
Let's go.
As they pass the stands, there's a neck and neck pulling for third between Aries and Epidemic-y. Aries on the inside, trying to take this first turn with speed. Might be dangerous. Imperial Trot overtaken by Nom 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 and Aries, who slides into second. Pale White is not getting good distance here, falling behind. Nom 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 loses first to Aries, whose burst of speed here is really doing wonders on the field. Epidemic-y losing the inside to Imperial Trot, who's trying desperately to make up that lost
Come on. You stay on the inside, you idiot. You're supposed to be dead from the rail.
Imperial Trot overtakes Nom 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 Nom, grappling for second place and hot on the heels of Aries, whose early speed isn't holding out. Imperial Trot in first, Nom 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 and Aries head to head. Poor Pale White isn't doing too well out there.
That's what that fucker gets.
This race is close. As we enter the third turn here, Aries and Imperial Trot are running out of steam. Nom 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 in first, as Epidemic-y finally is able to slip into the inner side and passes Imperial Trot. Nom 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 is still in first. Epidemic-y and Aries pushing for second, with Imperial Trot really giving up the ghost here. Nom 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 is taking this final turn here with some good distance, and Pale White pulls ahead as Manacles chain Epidemic-y to the ground. He won't be getting far with that oppressive force.
Oh, no, you don't.
And oh God, Aries is out of here. I don't know what that was, but it looks like the riders come down with something severe.
Fuck! Pestilence?
Imperial Trot, Nom 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 Nom, and Pale White past the twitching corpse, and what's this? Imperial Trot isn't looking too imperial anymore. Nothing but a bag of bones and bleached skin.
Famine.
Christ almighty. It's 2 horses left in this race as we reach the final yards, but no. Nom 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 is shot. There's blood on the field. 4 disastrous acts of judgment.
I'm gonna win!
Pale White pulls ahead. And it's a victory for Pale White, slowly but surely. I guess he had to win one of these times. Any and all bets on Pale White come to collect.
All right. What the fuck was that?
Conquest started it.
So you attacked my rider?
You're going to talk. You shot my horse.
Only because he gave my rider an aneurysm.
He chained my horse to the ground.
Again, you attacked my rider.
And then you killed my horse after I made it fair?
You didn't make anything fair. You starved my prized beauty.
Oh God, please. Like that frilly thing would have won anyway.
It overtook your stats block a couple of times.
And you still fucking started this train.
Only to keep you in your place.
And what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, what the fuck, Conquest?
I can't believe this. We let that fuckface win. Fuck!
Is that all you care about?
No, I care about the rider too. I can't believe you killed my rider. I mean, she was hot.
Your horse will ride again.
Gives a shit about the horse. Someone died. You know, it's exactly that fucking attitude. That's why I shot your prize donkey.
It is a racehorse.
It is a corpse.
Oh, fuck you! Fuck you!
I'm sick of this shit.
You're sick of this shit. You're sick of this shit?
If you'd have just let the race continue on.
What race? You stopped any race when you put my horse in chains.
Oh, so you lashed out. You need to work on your aim.
Yeah, you know, the next time that you two butt heads, could you just keep me out of it?
And me.
You didn't have to join in.
And I tried to fix things.
By taking things away?
By going after the people that started the mess.
I didn't ask for your help.
So this is my fault.
After the shit you pulled?
You can't give judgment here, you pompous fucking...
I did what I had to do to get ahead.
That's the problem! Every time you do anything, I get wrapped up in all this bullshit.
Come on, dude.
No, I'm tired of it. Every moment I spent with him, I feel myself wasting away.
Not that there's much of you left.
I'm done here. I'm done.
Oh, boo-hoo, run away.
Fuck you!
Famine exits.
Yeah, really. Fuck you.
Go cry about it to your rats.
Dude, chill out.
Damn it, that is so fucking pompous, Conquest. No one even knows you anymore. And who gives you the right to fucking talk to me like that, hmm?
I am not licking the boots of some from the dirt. Sickly bastard.
Oh, fuck off! Why don't you fucking wipe your ass with those nationalistic shambles that you call pride?
Pestilence exits. A moment of solemnity between war and conquest.
What?
Why'd you have to do that?
What?
Mess things up. Cause chaos. They're our friends.
Are they?
They're mine. I'm gonna go make peace.
Oh, that's rich, coming from you.
That's a natural part of me, making peace. What the fuck do you have going for you?
War exits. Death glances at Conquest.
What the fuck are you looking at?
Conquest exits. Death takes a flask from his jacket, takes a swig, taps a few keys on the keyboard, takes a swig, puts the flask away, presses enter, closes the laptop as...
What a grisly last race. As we're preparing for the next race, it's the last call for bets. Last call for bets for race number 14 for today. Roster today, Coral Corpse, Mushroom Top, Amazonian Smoke, GPGP, and Climate Charger. Last call for bets for race 14 as these horses take their places.
Death sits and watches out the window. Lights fade. End of play.